So let's jump right in. Wayne Vartabadian. Sorry if I'm sure I butchered that. Wayne says, Wayne from Long Beach, New York, not the fly fishing capital of Long Island, but we visit the upper Delaware County, New York often. Great fishing there. My question is, how many knots do I really need to know? Can one or two get the job done? As a newbie, it's a little intimidating, and I am hoping to simplify the learning process. Wayne Vartabadian. I think I said that right. All right, Wayne. Yes, as a newbie, there's one simple connection, and there's basically 2 or 2.5 knots that you need to learn. That's it. Do not be overwhelmed. And I know you go to a lot of these beginner classes and they try to teach you 6 or 8 different knots, and it's not true. The first connection you need to know is you need to how to attach a leader to the tip of your fly line. And as a beginner, we always recommend that you stick with loops. A lot of fly lines come with a welded loop in the end, and for simplicity, because you are going to have to be changing leaders fairly often, just do a loop-to-loop connection as a beginner. If you want to learn a different way and sometimes better way to do this, we'll get to that. Plenty of videos. We'll talk about that more in the future. But please know there's a right way and a wrong way to do this. Okay, you must go line through leader. So you put the fly line through the loop in the leader first. A lot of people, and it's amazing to me how many shops we get these outfits, the entry-level outfits that we sell, and they do it the wrong way. They go leader through line. And for some reason, that's everybody's inclination, to put the leader loop through the line first, and that is absolutely wrong. That creates what's called a girth hitch or a cutting hitch, and it will cut right into that loop on your fly line. Do it the right way. Line through leader, and then you simply take the leader and come through the loop in the line. Pull the leader through, even if it has knots in it, like mine does, you can do that, and then you're gonna get a perfect handshake looking square knot connection. So it's not even a knot. It's a simple connection that a kindergartner or less can easily do. Hello? Somebody calling in with a question. See, we appreciate that. We appreciate the calls. We appreciate your questions. And then you need 1 knot to attach tippet. When you cut back a leader and you're adding a fly, you get 1 fly caught in a tree, you're shortening your tippet. At some point, you're going to have to add some tippet to your leader, and you want to use a knot called a surgeon's knot. Super simple. It's easier than tying your shoes. It's an overhand knot twice. We do, of course, have a video on how to do it, probably linked right there. And if you can't see that on your device, go down into the description below me and there's a link to our video on how to tie the surgeon's knot. Then to attach your fly, you need a clinch knot. Super, super easy. Come through the eye 5 times around and then through that original loop right next to the eye of the fly. Could not be easier, okay? Remember that we use clinch knots and not the misnamed improved clinch knot. And then another knot that you may want to learn, and that's called the non-slip loop knot. A non-slip loop knot puts a loop right next to your fly and can allow for greater mobility. We use non-slip loops for a lot of, say, streamers or bait fish where we want a lot of action. For standard dry flies, nymphs, and just basic, say, bluegill fishing, a clinch knot is fine. But again, there's a link to the clinch knot. There's a link to the non-slip loop knot. If you can't see it there, click down below me and you'll see it there. So we've got 1 simple attachment. We go line through leader, leader through line. Remember that. The surgeon's knot, overhand knot twice for adding tippet. We're going to use a clinch knot and occasionally a non-slip loop knot. So there you go, Wayne. Super easy. Fly fishing is not as complicated. It's not brain science.